Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the second episode of my 5 product review series. So if you're new to this series, basically what happens is I choose 5 different products from my makeup collection, either ones that I've had for a long time and never really tried them out enough to know my opinion, or ones that I used to love and like kind of put away and found again, or even ones that I just have gotten recently and I haven't really tried enough to know. I try them out over like a 2-week or so period and I come back and share with you my thoughts on them. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you the 5 new products that I'm going to try out for the next 2 weeks. So it's a really cool series and I'm really excited about it because I feel like it gives me a chance to really dig deep in my collection and like, discover old favorites or realize, not really for me. So when I do like my big makeup declutter, I kind of know what's up. You feel me? Okay. And we're also going to be adding kind of a new element to the series. I asked my friend Dana, like, you know what, man? I just would love some feedback on this series, like what can I improve on, And what she said to me is, I think it'd be really helpful if you showed yourself like applying the products you have been trying out, because then people can kind of see like how they apply. And I was like, that is so genius. I really should be asking her about video advice way more often. So thanks, Ginge, and I'm excited. So I have a couple little like cutaways and I'm gonna like insert them throughout this video. But yeah, okay, anyway, let's just get started. So let's start off with these e.l.f. Prism eyeshadow palettes. I have 2 of them. I have one the shade Sunset, which is kind of like these really pretty warm, purpley, sunset-y tones, And then I also have the shade Naked, which is like the beautiful, shimmery, neutral, bronzy type colors, which of course I love. So these, honestly, I have mixed thoughts on them. And I'm gonna tell you why. So the main thing that I'm really confused about these palettes is they're different formulas of shadows between the 2 palettes. It's not just like, oh, there's one shade in each palette that's not good. It's like they're totally different formulas, yet they're part of the same line. And that really confuses me because like I bought them at the same time. I'm not really sure if like maybe one of them is the newer formula, one of them is the older formula, and I just kind of got mixed in the middle. I don't really know. I guess what I mean is this is kind of like a hit and miss type of situation. So let's start off with the Naked one. I really like this palette and these colors, especially the first 3, like the lighter ones. They're super soft, very blendable. I use my fingers with both of these palettes because that's kind of what I thought was the best application. Now the other 3, okay, the bronzy ones, they're not bad, but I do find that they sometimes can apply a little bit patchy. Now, it's funny because with both of these eyeshadow palettes, some days it would look awesome, and some days I'd be like, what's happening, and have to take it off and reapply, and it wouldn't work again, and I have to try something else. So it's a little frustrating that I had to kind of go through that, and personally, like, I just want something to apply that I know is gonna work and look good, and not have all this extra like, oh, I have to do this a certain way. Do you know what I mean? I want it to be simple. So for example, I applied these on camera and I was like, what the heck? Like, it looks good. Like, what the heck? The last time I applied this, it didn't look good. And, I think part of me is like, oh, I should hang on to it because it looks good sometimes, but at the same time, I'm like, no. Like, you don't want something that you have to work so hard to make work, But these aren't bad shades. Like, they're a decent formula. But for me, I just feel like I have things that are better. So I'm gonna put this in like my passing along to a friend pile. I actually think my friend Lindsay might really like this because she's not near as picky with eyeshadow as I am, and she likes these colors. So we'll see if she wants this. Now onto the Sunset one. This, I don't know, like, I love the colors, okay? They're so unique. I don't have anything else like this, which of course really drew me to this palette. The only thing is these are very dry. Again, I use my fingers and I have tried them with like, the damp flat brush and that kind of thing. It just didn't really work. What I find with these, again, when I did this in a close-up, I applied my favorite color, which is kind of like pinky champagne color, and it looked nice. And I'm like, what the heck? Because these also really don't look good sometimes. They're a little harder to layer up. Sometimes they work again and sometimes they don't. But I don't know why they're so dry, Like, I think they would work a lot better if they're a little closer to the Naked formula. But for some reason, these are a lot more like glittery, dry colors. So again, I'm gonna put this in the friend pile because I don't think it's horrendous, and I think if you really want to, you might be able to make it work, like maybe using like a mixing medium or something. But for me, it's just too much of a stress and a hassle. So overall, my opinion is they're decent, but just not as seamlessly easy as I want my products to be. Okay, so I will be decluttering those with my decluttering series. So next up we have the NYX Hydra Touch Primer. This, again, I have mixed opinions on. The formula of this is like kind of a gel, very thin consistency, and it does hydrate the skin. Like I definitely, you know, it adds some hydration. My only kind of not love about this is I feel like it's just not thick enough. Like I feel like I want more of a creamy hydration, or I want just like a little more than this is giving me. It also has quite a strong like kind of cologne-y scent, or like an aftershave scent, which I mean isn't bad, but for my skin I just didn't love that. I don't know why, my skin just didn't love the way that felt. So for me personally, again, I'm gonna put that in that pile because although it's not bad, it's just not my favorite, and I feel like someone else could really like this more than I do. So yeah, I will be decluttering this one as well. Okay, going on to this, which is the Bourjois Bronzing Primer. I did not realize that this is technically not available anymore, so I'm very, very sorry. I didn't even know. I looked it up and I was like, oh crap, that won't happen again on this series, I promise. But this I do really like. So if you do already own this, don't really know how to use it, let me tell you the best way to use it. I actually use my Real Techniques sponge, and I just use that to blend this out, and I just apply it right from the little kind of jar on the sponge, and then I just applied it on my skin, and it worked so well because it didn't, you know, upset my foundation in any way, and it really looked seamless. It was very easy to blend into my hairline, just blend out. And I really like this. I think it's a really nice bronzing product if you're into more creamy bronzer type things. And definitely a sponge is my favorite way to apply it. So I'm gonna definitely hang on to this and keep using it. And I'm really happy that I rediscovered this. So yeah. Next I have another Bourjois product. This is the Irradiance Reveal Concealer. Now this, okay, let me tell you, I really like this concealer. A little goes a long way. It gives you probably like a light to medium-ish coverage. It's very easy to blend, and it does have like a kind of nice fresh scent, which I actually kind of like. For some reason the scent in this didn't disturb my skin, but the scent in this did, which I think is kind of interesting. And my favorite way to kind of blend this out is just using my fingers, because I feel like it gives the best skin melding application, I guess you could say. Now I will say it applies a lot better on top of like a hydrating base. So for example, I use this on top of my MAC Face and Body Foundation, and it worked really well. Or by itself, I've used it on top of my Olay to Skin Food or something like that, and it works a lot better. Without kind of like a hydrating base, for me personally, like I have normal to dry skin, it does dry down, which is great for staying power, but it doesn't keep that radiant finish or like hydrated finish, and it can kind of cling to dry patches. So kind of keep that in mind. The verdict is I really like this, and I'm very happy that I included this in this video. The last items are these lip products from e.l.f. They're like the Tinted Lip Balms, or like the color adjusting lip balms. I have two colors, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, I really like these. I really like them. Now they're a completely different formula to the Dior Lip Glows. They're a lot more of like a thinner, slightly more slippery texture, but I personally don't mind that. So the first one I have is Perfect Pink, which is the closest one to like the original Dior Lip Glow. This gives me like a really nice, healthy, kind of medium toned pink coloring, and I really like that. The thing is, I will say about this is if you do like more than 2 layers, or you know, it depends on your lips I guess, but I got a serious orchid color one time when I used this, and I was like, that's not really what I want. But I just kept applying and applying because I wasn't waiting for it to adjust. So kind of keep that in mind, but I really like this color. And the other one is Perfect Peach, which is actually what I have on my lips right now. Yeah, it's staying in place pretty well. And this one's like a really nice peachy corally color. I think this is probably my favorite one because it just is so summery and pretty. I don't know why, but I really like this one. So yeah, I feel like these do definitely kind of dry down a little bit. Like right now I can feel this color is a little bit drier than what it was when I first applied it, but I don't really mind that. I think it does stay a little longer because of that, but I would say I really like these. So if you're into this kind of type of lip product, you know, this like type of technology, I guess, I would definitely recommend trying these out. I think they actually even have more colors now, which is kind of cool. So yeah. All right, y'all. Now we're gonna get into the new products that I'm gonna be trying out for the next 2 weeks. I'm really, really excited about these. So the first one is this First Aid Beauty Triple Protection Skin Tint with Goji Berry SPF 30. This is a product that I purchased in the November Sephora sale, and for whatever reason, I tried it like once or twice, but I think because I was working at that point in time, I didn't really give it much of a chance because I wasn't really checking up on it, you know, at work, or I didn't really have time to like notice if it was different from other things I was using, if that makes any sense. So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna try this because I love the Glossier skin tint. I did an entire like full face of Glossier, so I'll have that in the description box if you want to see that. But I'm really excited to try this, and I have mine in the shade Fair, as you would probably guess. Another kind of Glossier inspired selection is this Benefit Dandelion Dew cream slash like liquidy blush. Now again, I've tried this a couple of times, but I can't remember. I feel like I tried a couple different ways to apply it, and I just want to try it out a lot and see what I think. It's a really pretty like pinky color. I'm really excited to, you know, really try this out more, and yeah, I'm stoked. So next I have these two little mini Fenty Beauty matchsticks, and I actually got these in like a little duo in the last Sephora sale. And I actually bought these to use as eyeshadow. So the two colors are Starstruck, which is kind of like a pretty champagne-y shimmery color. This one I could probably use as a highlight. I might try it out, but I have a feeling it's a little too glittery for the highlights that I usually use these days, but we shall see. And the other one is Sinamon, which is a really beautiful bronze color. I am especially stoked about this one because I think it's so pretty. I have tried these a couple of times, and so far I like them, but I want to try them, you know, with a primer, without a primer. I'm excited to try them like every day and see my real thoughts. So yeah. So this next item I actually haven't tried yet, but I got it as a Christmas gift from my friend Jasmine, and she said that one of her friends really likes this, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. So I was like, you know what? It's time for me to try this. It's the Becca First Light Priming Filter. Now this is kind of like a purpley tinted glowy primer, and apparently it's really beautiful under foundation. So I am really excited to try this out. And the last item is the NYX Blush Lipstick. I have mine in the shade Nude Beach. Again, I've tried this maybe once or twice, but this looks just like something that's right up my street. It's like a hydrating lipstick. It's a very thin tube. I am just really excited about it, so yeah. And one more thing I want to mention is, especially with the primers and face products, I'm gonna try them with a mixture of things. So for example, I'll try the Becca, you know, primer underneath the First Aid Beauty, but also underneath other products, and I'll try the First Aid Beauty tint on top of other primers, so we get a good kind of range. So just keep that in mind, but yeah. So that's everything for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed filming it, and I'm so excited about this series. I feel like it's really getting me somewhere in figuring out what I like and what I don't, which is a good thing, you know? It's a good thing. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!